Today, we'll be talking about the Carolina Bays and the mystique that surrounds them. But first off, we want to give you a bit of a background information on what these bays are and why do they occur. The Carolina Bays are quite complicated, so we'll try our best to tell you as much as we can about them, so you can wrap your head around them. They are elliptical depressions found primarily along the Atlantic coastal plain, stretching from New Jersey to Florida, with a high concentration in North and South Carolina, hence why they are called the Carolina Bays. The bays are typically elliptical, with their long axis oriented in a northwest-southeast direction. They vary significantly in size, from a few hundred meters to several kilometers in length. Many of the bays have raised rims, which are more pronounced on the southeast ends, which make them very interesting indeed. The Carolina Bays occur due to a combination of natural processes, and today we'll go into some of these processes and go into some theories and details into why they are like this. First off, we will go into how and why they have the same elliptical pattern, how the bays are detectable by lidar, and what link the bays have to the Missoula Lake and everything that surrounds it. And, of course, some more theories about the bays. Let's get right into the action, shall we? First off, we want to quickly look at what exactly these processes are at the Carolina Bays and how they could have started over time and how they have the same elliptical pattern. When you look at a helicopter shot in the Carolina Bays, they instantly jump out at you as something which seems natural at first, but when you look even closer, they seem like they occurred for other reasons. Many Carolina Bays are wetlands that support diverse and unique ecosystems. They often contain lakes, marshes, or peat bogs, providing critical habitats for a variety of plant and animal species, including some that are rare or endangered. These bays are biodiversity hotspots, home to species such as the Venus flytrap, which is native to a small area in North and South Carolina, and they also support numerous bird, amphibian, and invertebrate species. So, they are very important and key for the local habitat and area to allow it to keep surviving. Now that you know how important and key the Carolina Bays are, we want to tell you how they could have started many moons ago. There have been several ideas and thoughts as to how the Carolina Bays came to be, and we'll be going through several of them now. One is that there was a meteorite impact that caused them to be how they are. This is because proponents of this theory argued that the elliptical shapes and orientations of the bays were consistent and impacts from space objects. There is a lack of pure evidence to prove that this theory of a meteor attack resulted in the Carolina Bays looking like they do right now. Still, there is a good reasoning behind the theory of a meteor shower hitting the bays. Another theory regarding how the bays look is because of wind and water erosion as time has gone on. This more widely accepted theory posits that the Carolina Bays were formed by the combined effects of wind and water erosion as the years went on. Over time, the action of water, particularly during periods of heavy rainfall, shaped these depressions into their current elliptical forms. This is a much more scientific and logical explanation as to why the bays are shaped how they are, because who knows how long they've been around. The estimation is anywhere from 7,000 to 20,000 years ago they were formed. So water and wind erosion could be the answer. Some researchers have proposed that the Carolina Bays could have been shaped by wave action in a large shallow lake or by seiche, which are standing waves in an enclosed or partially enclosed body of water. Once again, this is another scientific reasoning behind the bays looking at how they do right now, because as we know, a lot of things can change over time. Overall, the very distinctive shapes and orientations of the Carolina Bays are the result of a combination of natural processes, including wind and water erosion, and potential impact events like a meteor show over a long period. Next, we want to go into some even more technical stuff, and that is how the bays are detectable by lidar. But first, what exactly is lidar? LiDAR is an advanced remote sensing method that uses laser pulses to create high-resolution topographic maps of the Earth's surface. This technology is quite useful for detecting subtle landforms, which are natural features of the Earth that may not be easily visible through other methods. Why is this so important? Well, LiDAR gives us information that we could not see with the naked eye, and with the Carolina Bays, it allows us to make maps of the surface and the area that surrounds it. LiDAR can also be used to create 3D models of the landscape, and these models allow us to see the elliptical shapes and much more, which gives us a good impression of the bays that we have not seen before this advanced technology came to be. Furthermore, with the help of lidar, it has allowed for even more previously unseen parts of the Carolina Bays to be found, which were previously hidden by vegetation and other parts of wildlife. Overall, it has to be said that lidar has been a good thing for the Carolina Bays and has provided a good insight into what they really are. Do you think that the bays hold more secrets than they tell us? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think. Next, we want to talk to you about how the Carolina Bays could be as a result of the draining of glacial Lake Missoula. During the last ice age, a massive lake known as glacial Lake Missoula formed in what is now Montana, held back by an ice dam. Periodically, the ice dam would rupture, releasing enormous volumes of water across the landscape, and this is what it is believed the Carolina Bays are a result of. Kind of a result of climate change back in the day. When the lake did flood, it sent a huge amount of water towards South and North Carolina, and this has been suggested to influence the look of the bays. However, there are no real scientific and logical reasons behind the possibility of the flooding of Lake Missoula resulting in the bays being how they are. This is why many people believe that it could be the meteor or just natural erosion over time, as we spoke about earlier in the video. What do you think are the core reasons for the Carolina Bays looking at how they do? Could it be because of the Lake Missoula flooding, or is there something else? That is something for you all to think about and make your own judgment on. To cap off today's video, we want to just quickly touch on some theories that have been talked about regarding the Carolina Bays. One theory is regarding how a large object or debris from an object, with some theorists believing a large impact event could have ejected debris into the atmosphere. Some people say that a UFO could have crashed into the land and created the elliptical depressions that we still see to this very day. There is no backing to this theory, but it is easy to see why it could be true, as we do not have an actual answer to why the bays look like they do, hence the wild speculation at times. Another theory is the bays are as a result of volcanic activity. This is because some researchers have discovered that there was volcanic ash in the southeastern area of the United States, where the Carolina Bays are located. This can further be backed up by scientific information, as areas that are affected by volcanic activity often show depressions and other irregular landforms, and if this theory is true, it must mean this activity was many years ago. Volcanic ash and pyroclastic flows could have blanketed the region, leading to uneven erosion and the formation of depressions, and the heat from the volcanic activity could have caused localized melting of ice or permafrost, resulting in depressions. Overall, it has to be said that the creation of the Carolina Bays are one that is a mystery, and there are no real definitive answers out there. This is why we have to keep speculating and looking at theories as to why the bays are the way they are. And the formation of them being so long ago, we have nothing to go off of. But now that you know so much more about the Carolina Bays, you should be able to make your own judgment now that you have watched today's video. Drop a comment below and let us know what you think about the bays and how they came about so long ago now. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and make sure that you subscribe for more videos just like this one, and you do not want to miss out on our upcoming videos.